Well, I've not checked on much today because I've been out sorting my little one out, and I've got a nursery thing to go to after for a couple of hours, his new nursery. I'm tired. I haven't checked on the Tommy stuff yet because I think if I've heard right, it's another 2 weeks because you've got to think about it. Nothing to think about really. Hi. I just wanted to say, I might come on tonight, I'm not sure. I'm so drained and tired. Going to bed late, little one getting up early, trying to research stuff, sort of getting asked to maybe go and help out over on Soapbox, which I hopefully will do, but I'm going to need a few days of a good night's sleep and just try not to look at too much stuff because it's knackering me out. I need to recharge my batteries, at least one good night's sleep anyway, but I just want to recap on what I was talking about yesterday. If you are from the, QAnon phenomenon, I just need to know who has heard about people talking about JFK Jr. I'm just like, I'm not saying it's for definite, but it just absolutely makes absolute sense when you look back at Q drops and things that have been said, future proofs past. I'm like, oh my God, what could be the biggest thing that would blow CNN out of the water and most other mainstream media? Because don't forget, CNN were involved years ago with JFK Jr.'s dad. Assassination helped, cover it up or whatever. But who has seen any of these videos going about talking about like breaking it down? Because me and my dad are like, oh, I'm just like, the video that I watched, there's a few, I think there's a couple going about, but the Mile High podcast. If anyone saw the rally I don't know what the rally was, where they took I don't think it's on my phone, they took the pictures. No, you don't have to, but I'm just thinking about it and looking at stuff, because the rally where they took a guy, that it was in the papers actually, they took a picture of 3 guys, I think it was, or maybe 4 people in Q t-shirts, but the ones in the middle had black and white t-shirts on, black and white symbolism. Hiya, Gavin. And one of them had a big beard, and when we sort of looked at the pictures, we were like, if you could imagine JFK Jr. around 58 or whatever he would be now, with a little bit more weight on, growing a beard, it does kind of look like him. And he's got a hat on as well, so you can't see his hairline or anything. And also, it did say, "You'll never believe who's here," on those lines. Well, everyone's like, I don't know who it is, it must be Q. Well, we don't know who Q is. Well, wouldn't it be funny if you don't believe who's here could be JF Kennedy Jr., but you wouldn't know because no one was thinking that, because we're assuming he's dead. Because he died in a plane crash with his wife, and his pets went missing. I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying it's what people are talking about. But a lot of the things in the Q posts sort of make sense, in the R thing. And if you look on this video, they're saying R is JFK Jr. And he has signed R. And the little speech thing that I did the other day is actually JFK Jr. talking about his dad and that, and it's signed at the bottom R. It's just, and people, the thing that keeps sticking in my head is, go and look at the last Q post, and it says, I haven't got my little book with me, where is it? Anyway, it says something on the lines of, think mirror, look here, look there, or something, look here in brackets, look there, something or other. Hi, MJ. The last interview JFK Jr. did, you can go and see this on YouTube. He's having an interview by a woman, and she says something about a show, and she says, This show called Look Here, Look There, Look There, Look Here, whatever way around it was. Hello, future proves past. The last Q drop said that JFK Jr.'s that last interview said that. It was a couple of days ago that JFK Jr. would have died 19 years ago, however long it is. And also, it said in July, whenever it was, but it was the month July, and it was the 26th, he was thinking about entering the, if you see that video, political arena, and maybe thinking of running for president, which we all know what happens, or what happened to his dad and a lot of his family. So, is something going to happen on the 26th? I think this month, we know this month is going to be massive, but I'm only saying, think outside the box. I'm not saying it's real, I'm just saying, imagine if it was. We all know people have faked their deaths. We all know people can fake their deaths. Funny how it was his plane. Funny how I don't think he called the tower. Funny how they didn't go there straight away looking for the body, this, that and the other bodies. Funny that his pets went missing. He always took his dog everywhere. His dog and his cat went missing a couple of days after. Yeah, but, you know, people do fake the death, so why not, you know, he could be going for his father like Trump is. Why not fake his death? But just thinking outside of the box, that would be something massive. You'd need new eyes to look at that and think, oh my God, it's JF Kennedy Jr. Yeah, but I think he knew. If you see this video, that's why I'm saying go and see that video and see what you think. I'm not saying it's absolutely true, but it does make sense that he knew his father got killed by the cabal because he knew too much. We all know that. He said it, I'm going to smash him into 1,000 pieces 7 days after he died. He would have known that. And going into what he was going to go into, like the political arena, blah, blah, that they'd get him next. So what's best to do is actually fake your death before they get to you. And then you can go underground or whatever and put the plan together. Because like I said, this, I'm going to read it out again just because I love it. I love it. If you remember this, in 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on. First to the Bilderbergs, can't say it properly, sorry. Then he caught on, and it says the NASA. He demanded to know where the Greys were and why they were here. So some people might knock it because of that little bit in it, but let's just ignore that bit for now. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with one person in this world whom I knew was honourable enough to trust and begin to build the plan. I do trust the plan. Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. You do not know how deeply this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. Many of you would never go on. You need each other. We all know we need each other. You need everyone. Every one of you. Learn to play nicely with each other or be left behind. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. This is how we grow. There's no more room in this plan for arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one way, you've hurt. If you turn one away, you've hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching. We see all. There are no secrets. You would never believe the files kept on every one of you. For that matter, you'd never believe where they are kept. Prepare for the next phase. Prepare each other. You are one, and where we go one, we go all. Ah. And then there was a breakdown of R on the video, which I'm just like, oh my God, when Q was saying Q+, because we all know Q is not just one person. I did send this information to Feisty Cat, and I think she said something like, oh yeah, but we know Q's not just one person. I'm not saying JF Kennedy Jr., if he was alive, and this was true, is Q, because Q is a group, but he's one of them working for Q. There's some others as well, but he's one of them. Q+, if you add another, if you add 1 onto Q, because it's plus something, plus 1, because it's a plus, it's not a take away. So what's the next letter next to Q is R. It was at the end of this, you know, reading, it said R. I can't explain it properly, but hi, it's on that video. That's why I asked people to go and watch it just to see what you think. Dolly, I'm wanting JFK Jr. to be alive. He could be part of the Great Awakening. Only problem is Hillary does not leave bodies, if you know what I mean. No, she doesn't. But if I'm just saying, if it was part of a plan, because they might think they're very clever, but there are other people on the planet that are clever as well. If it was part of a plan, she can't really do anything, can she? Because he's in hiding, like wherever the Q team is, he'll be with them, and he's going to be secure until the plan comes out that maybe, he walks out somewhere or something. So I think something's going to happen, and I think something big is going to happen this month, as he was saying about July, and we've had no Q drops at the minute, but the last one was, like I said, look there, look here in brackets, that was the last interview that JFK Jr. did. I'm only asking people to look at the box. I'm not saying this is definitely real. Trust the plan. Oh, I trust the plan. But that might be part of the plan, because everyone's like, no, I don't think so. But it's like, why not? We know people fake the deaths. Why not JFK Jr. fake his death? He's still not that old if he is alive. And if you look at that picture, my dad found the picture and he was like, I was just looking at it and I thought, if he'd put a few pounds on and he had a baseball cap on and a beard, it does look a bit like him. I don't know, I'd be so excited, only because I just think, like I said, I'm not saying it's for definite, we're just saying, imagine if something came out and he was shown and all this stuff came out. How can mainstream media spin it? And CNN will be blown right out of the water, and they're going for CNN as well, because you know what they're like. But could you imagine? You'd have to have new eyes to see that. You wouldn't believe your eyes if J.F. Kennedy appeared from somewhere. Can you imagine? Everyone's heads, that's what they're saying about people wouldn't believe stuff, or they might need to go to hospital because they think they were seeing a ghost if he popped out. And the good thing is, if you think about it, if that was true and he came out and he went to run in the end, how many people loved his father? Can you imagine? And then he has all this stuff on everything that they've been finding out. Oh my God, I'd wee myself. Yes, you've got to remember, they said they found his body. Who was reporting on they found his body? Mainstream media. We know mainstream media lie. That does not mean anything to me. Well, you never know. I know they go on about all these, but I'm just saying, just because someone reported, yeah, the plane was underwater, but I don't think people get what I'm trying to say. If he faked his death, the crash could have been faked weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? The plane could have been put underwater weeks before, months before. It's part of a plan. If you're going to fake your death, you're going to fake it well. And of course, mainstream media are going to say they found bodies. They might be cacking themselves because maybe they knew that he's about somewhere, but they haven't got a clue where he was. If he died in 1999, what is it, 19 years, 18 years? It's not 18, is it? Number 18. Of course they're going to say, if mainstream media reported they found bodies, we know it's a complete opposite, so they'd be hiding something. So that doesn't bother me, because I just think, well, they would say that, wouldn't they? We don't trust mainstream media, so why would we believe that? Where did the pets go? He never went anywhere without his dog, especially. The dogs were like kids to them, and his wife was with him as well, so he made sure he took his wife with him. I'm only saying, if has anyone actually gone to see that video and about the breakdown with numerology? Yeah, they took a picture of him. They took a picture of a body. Apparently they said they were mangled and everything, and they were very badly damaged because of the plane wreck. That still doesn't mean anything. Did you actually see it close up? Were you actually there? Did you actually inspect that body? Did you take DNA from that? You're being told what someone's told you on TV. And even if the mainstream media were sort of, maybe them ones were good at that time, if you're listening, and they did put that out, they've got to make people think that he died, because we need to think that he's gone for when the plan comes in, that when he does come out, everyone will be like, oh my God, it had to believe that he was dead. Q said disinformation needed. Hello? I'm only saying that's what I think, but it does make sense to me. It might not be true, and this might never happen, but it would be one of the biggest things where everyone would be like, oh my God, mainstream media wouldn't be able to spin it. CNN would be pooing themselves. Oh my God, can you imagine? And the crap that he'd have on everything. Yeah, but we don't know, do we? Meant to have been found. He was meant to have died, supposedly. We don't know, do we? A lot of funny things going on in this world. Yeah, I heard that. I think it's hilarious. I was saying to Gavin before, I heard Putin gave Trump a chip with 600, what is that, of damning of it? That's what I think. I said to Gavin before, I know someone said they don't have the chips in, is it the World Cup balls, but they're doing the ones they sell. Doesn't really matter. I think something was in that ball. And if you've also heard, he said to Milana, oh, you can give that to Baron. Now, some people have said that Baron, I don't know if this is true, and I'm not knocking anyone who has, but they said Baron might have a bit of autism, and they said, like, you know, when they've gone about the autistic thing with the, is it the 4chan board or Q or whatever, who looks at it, because they just go in and they concentrate on it, you know, they're not distracted. Funny that. I don't know. I'm just thinking. But it doesn't matter if there's chips not in the World Cup balls. If it's true about the chip thing with information on it, it will be in that ball. It was passed over, and it was like, the ball's in your court now. Do what you want with the information. Hi, Amanda. Yeah, they're only in the one sold in the shop, but that's nothing to do with it. If they put one in, it will be in that ball in the World Cup one, if you know what I mean. They could have put it in. If you get what I'm saying. Or is anyone getting what I'm saying? Hi, have you checked out my videos? No, I'll have a look. Oh no, I'll have a look. I've been knackered. I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. And my little one's been getting up early. I've been researching. I've been asked to go on another channel to help out. I'm trying to recharge my batteries. I need a really good night's sleep, but it's tiring being on YouTube and trying to research and stuff, and oh, I don't know. It could be a reprogrammed. What do you mean? Hi, plants time. Oh, are they? Oh, right. It's because I haven't subbed to that channel. I'm a doucheball. I'll have to sub to it. Make a comment after, Amanda, on the normal comments after this video, and then I'll remember and I'll click on to your, and I'll subscribe. I'm just saying, if you think, it's just about thinking outside the box. We've been asked to think outside the box. We've been asked to, you know, broaden your thinking, right? Not stay in the box of like, oh, JF Kennedy Jr. died. Supposedly, yeah, he did, but people, see, what I don't get about some people, they know people have faked the deaths before, so why not JF Kennedy Jr.? Why not the plan? We're not just saying he is Q, he's part of Q. Maybe he's the person that started it off. Some people are even saying Q, the plan to save the world, that he put that together with the help of, you know, the others. That's why I was trying to say to Feisty Cat the other day, I know he's not Q, they are a team, but I think he's one of them. But if you find that picture, I don't know anything on, I don't know much on the Joe Madger thing at the minute, because I've just been too tired to look at everything. Hello. But I was just talking about, if anyone's on the Q thing, I was just talking about JFK Jr. And could it be part of the Q team? Is he still alive? Because things are starting to add up when you look back at the Q post. Future proves past. Not as far as I know. Yeah, I've not. I don't think he has. No, I don't think he has. But yeah, what else? There's just some stuff going on where if you look, you're like, it does make sense. But big things are about to happen this month. See, the numerology thing, I even wrote it down with R in it. I was writing stuff down, but I don't know. Can anyone think outside the box and think, actually, if it's true, that was like a really good plan to do that? Anybody? Oh yeah, Tommy's back in prison till they make their mind up. I know what for the end of July, make their mind up. Oh God, I don't know. Well, I reckon he will be by the end of July because I think there's a lot of things going to happen in this month. Big. Yeah, I just don't know why people poo-hoo this JFK Jr. thing if you can actually broaden your thinking just for a little bit, just to see what you think. But if you've not seen that video, you need to go over and see it. I saw it on, I think it's called the Mile High podcast. And then it takes you back to some of the Q drops and you're like, oh my God, it like fits in. Could be totally wrong, but I think it makes sense. Really do. I saw the list last night with Red Pill Phil. I saw the list that Red Pill Phil put up, and it didn't shock me, any of it, because this is what Q's been talking about and it's worldwide. That's just the UK, but it is worldwide. I was like, but I'm glad it's getting out because, like I said, Q and everything else, everyone's come together and everything links up to everything. Tommy, Brian, everything links up to everything, where people have been trying to get truth out and it's been hidden because it's a global thing and it's a global worldwide awakening, the Great Awakening. Also, by the way, if anyone's on Q, the white squaw, whatever it was called, I can't remember what it was called, was the Kennedy Bell, where we go the Kennedy Bell. Hello, Kennedy Bell on the boat of that film, the Kennedy Bell. And I've got to go because my little one's waking up, and I might see you later if I'm not too tired, so bye.